Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel where we're doing another video for Colin. He must be feeling really special at the minute. Why I'm doing this is because I've actually managed to edit this particular art episode down, and he did a lot of requests for me when there was no one in stream, because Christmas, between the halfway through December and halfway through January, that kind of season is quite quiet for everybody on Twitch, and no one wanted me to do any drawings for them, so he was continuously going, now you finish this one, do this one, now you finish this one, do this one. So thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for requesting them to now become videos. So here we are. We're into Marvel territory again quite a bit, which we do love Marvel. And we're drawing a character called Warlock. Now this one specifically is from the New Mutants. He's not Adam Warlock, which confused me in the beginning. If you ever want to research this character, you have to put in the New Mutants bit, otherwise you're going to get something that is completely the wrong character. Something I learned the hard way, honestly. So, Warlock, as I've just said, was introduced in the New Mutants number 18 in August of 1984. This character's older than me, and was created by Chris Claremont, and Bill, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'll butcher it horribly. He joined the titular team in issue 21, a couple of episodes late, and remained a part of the cast until his death in issue 95. But as we know in Marvel, he never really stays dead. No one stays dead in this. Warlock briefly starred in his own self-entitled series for 9 issues from 1999 to 2000, written by Louise Simpson, who had previously been responsible for killing off the original Technarchy Warlock, and drawn by Paschalis Ferry. Warlock is a Technarch, a race of mechanical organisms that survive by infecting living creatures with the techno-organic transmode virus before draining their life energy. Unlike others of his race, Warlock possesses a distinctive degree of compassion, and as a result was dubbed a mutant in spirit. It was later discovered that he is actually a mutant, though he has yet to display any abilities beyond those natural to the Technarch. He is the son of the Technarch ruler, who has battled the New Mutants and the X-Men. Warlock served as a member of the original New Mutants for much of that group's existence, and became the best friend of his teammate, Cypher, also known as Doug Ramsey. Because of Warlock's compassion, he refuses to drain other sentient creatures of their life glow. Because of the difficulty in determining whether or not a creature is sentient, New Mutants leader Danielle Moonstar ordered him not to drain any large creatures without permission. However, Warlock often drains such creatures at his discretion when Danielle is not present. During many of their adventures, Warlock would team up with Doug, keeping his teammates safe. Though the two often worked together to confront enemies, Warlock's constant protection only served to lessen Doug's self-esteem. His shape-shifting abilities led him into a confrontation with the Impossible Man. This soon snowballed into an Earth-threatening incident as both entities tried to outdo each other. This only ended when Warlock showcased his ability to change colour, something which the Impossible Man could not do. Doug's death at the hands of the antimatter devastated Warlock, leading him to go so far as to steal Doug's body. With the help of the rest of the New Mutants, he came to terms with Doug's death and returned his friend's body to his rightful place. He continued to serve with the team, which led to a second trip to Asgard, because, of course, Warlock and his two new friends, Boom Boom and Hrimhari, became separated from the rest. They travelled to Asgard together. They were rescued from imprisonment by the children of Volstagg, who sent them to talk with the mighty being Tiwaz, which is a rune, weirdly. The trio eventually joined with a force to rescue the ruler of Asgard from an assassination attempt. During the crisis known as Inferno, Warlock's shape-shifting skills became vital in neutralising this demonic threat. He was also kidnapped from the grounds of the X-Mansion, along with his friend Richter, Boom Boom and Wolfsbane, and ended up on the island nation of Genosha, which was ruled at that point by Cameron Hodge. Warlock was killed in an attempt by Hodge to steal his powers. The news of his death was broadcast worldwide, a public relations disaster for Genosha, since the world believed Warlock to be a normal human mutant. Wolfsbane asks Boom Boom to put Warlock's ashes on Doug's grave. Warlock had a distinctive way of talking during his stint in the New Mutants comics, frequently referring to himself with the personal pronoun of self. Though he initially refers to teammates with their first names or normal pronouns, he later begins to refer to them as friends and eventually as self-friends. An exception is Danielle Moonstar, who, likely due to the leadership of the New Mutants, he calls Chi-Friend. Doug, after offering his own life energy to keep Warlock alive during a mission in Asgard, earned the unique honorific of Self-Soul Friend. Later, a group of humans called the Phalanx appeared. This group had been mutated into techno-organic forms via the transmode virus, which had been extracted from Warlock's ashes. One of the Phalanx was Douglock, a lookalike of Doug Ramsey who had all of Doug's memories. This entity gained independence with the assistance of the robotic Zero. Douglock joined the European Super Mutants hero team Excalibur. At that time, the team was based on Muir Island, which was owned and run by Moira MacTaggart. While his teammates were unnerved by his similarity to Douglock was eventually accepted as his own person. He acted as a tutor to Megan and enjoyed a brief romance with teammate Wolfsbane, foster daughter to Moira. This romance would cause him to react irrationally and dangerously at times, mainly destroying valuable scientific research because he did not understand it was more important than his budding relationship with Wolfsbane. In a bid to seize control of the UK, the covert intelligence operation Black Air allied themselves with the London branch of the Hellfire Club to raise an ancient demon from its crypt below London and use the ensuing chaos to their advantage. Black Air kidnapped Douglock to be used as a conduit to the crypt. However, after being lost in the time stream, Captain Britain spent some time in an alternative timeline where Black Air was successful in its plans, leading to a dystopic future. Using this knowledge, he and Excalibur were able to defuse the Hellfire Club, enter Black Air's HQ, rescue Douglock, and stop the demon's resurrection. Douglock would continue to mishandle other aspects of earthly life, and despite his beliefs he could handle it, Douglock became inebriated during Captain Britain's bachelor party and passed out, and later experienced temporary memory problems as a result. It was later revealed that Douglock is actually a reanimated Warlock who had been given Doug's memories. He then reverts to the name of Warlock and begins a career as a solo adventurer. During his adventures, Warlock is joined by a young girl, Hope, who can infect others with the techno-organic virus without being affected by it herself. Hope has a pet monkey that has been physically affected by the virus also. They are later joined by a novice psychic, Simon, whose group of allies combated techno-organic threats. Early in their adventures, they confront Spider-Man, team up with Shadowcat, cause trouble for Iron Man, good, and fight against the villain Psycho Man. Warlock briefly fell under the control of the Red Skull when the Skull's desperate use of the Cosmic Cube took him somewhere safe where he could gain power over others. This wish taking him to Warlock's location where he was able to force Warlock to help him take control of a SHIELD helicarrier and the agents on board. Fortunately, Nick Fury, Shadowcat, Nightcrawler and Colossus were able to infiltrate the helicarrier, and Warlock was able to use his connection to the ship to activate the currently captive Machine Man. He attempted to stop the Skull by programming the also captive Deathlock to kill him. Unable to make Deathlock kill the Skull himself, as that would go against his current programming, but Kitty delayed this long enough for Fury to destroy the Skull's control unit, although the Skull got away with a group of independently programmed agents in a damaged helicarrier. Warlock later heads back to his home on Muir Island, where he becomes reacquainted with his old flame Wolfsbane and her adoptive mother, Moira MacTaggart. An altered form of Bastion attacks the island. Hope, Persimmon and Wolfsbane join Warlock's effort to defeat this new threat, and later all of them would travel to New York and assist the Avengers in defeating Warlock's father, the Magus. So overall, he's a pretty interesting character, super fun to actually read about. I think his character is one of the comics that I'm actually going to pick up. So thank you once again to Colin for requesting this video. We do hope you've enjoyed it. Take care everybody, have fun, we'll see you next time. Goodbye!
Bye.